Ordering wings.
What kind of wings?
Yeah,
Orderings. Buffalo, hot and hot barbecue. There's a
there we
place
go.
called Bird's Nest here, and wings indeed. How about you? I like drums also,
Uh,
not flats. How about you?
I might do some lemon pepper,
Okay.
but just plain mild works as well. So we'll see what I can get ordered here for the party.
Worries. All right, keep an eye on gold. Gold continue to make new highs here. Maybe put some pressure on the downside on the Nasdaq. 23,585. Last trade. No, Edmonds got his eye on 580s to 565s. Let's see how that plays out here. Evan, getting your setup here. What are you looking forward to perhaps get this
Order
entry
filled.
as we get into your zone, into your range between 23,565 and 580?
Uh, I would not want it to be like a falling knife. If the price, as we see it right now, keeps going down, I will stay out of it because it got too much momentum right now. So maybe some consolidation around this area, and maybe get some confirmation on like a bullish push. Maybe then, but right now I'm just waiting and see how the market does.
Very good. Poll is up in the chat. These are the polls you can only get here on Top Step TV. What dipping sauce for your wings? Ranch, blue cheese, honey mustard, or all of the above? Edvin, what dipping sauce do you like for your wings, my friend?
It's a hard it's a hard question. I don't eat wings so often. It's not like I think it's a very American thing to eat wings.
It's a
It
very
doesn't happen
American
so
thing.
often here in Sweden.
No,
But
I figured
if
that's
I
why I
would
asked
eat
you.
wings, yeah, I think I would take ranch. That sounds
All
good.
right, that is leading the poll right now. Hoover Bryan says a lot of weirdos picking ranch. Well, Edmund, one of those weirdos. No, just kidding.
That
Of
I'm
course,
aware of that.
it's a very American thing. I got my eye on gold right now. Jay, looking for that short. We are moving to the downside here. So
Yeah, I was looking
short
for
was
a little
emerging.
bit more of a push up into that 610. So Braden was in that long, and that kind of tape bomb candle that took him out of that trade. That's the low of that candle is what the target would be on this short. So it's kind of playing out here. There's really no room left for this trade because my risk would have to go, 25 points above where it is right now, which is a little too expensive for this trade because I'm thinking, there's only 10
Order
points left
filled.
for that target. So it's playing out. But let's see if we start to see some selling below 75s, Dre. Uh, then I may take the trade down to
Stop
550s.
filled.
I want to see how the market responds
Stop
here at these
filled.
75s because we
Order
got
filled.
VWAP right here. Yep.
Yes, we do. Those are asking. Edvin, where are you located right now? They're asking where you're from.
Yeah, I'm from Sweden. Um, that's uh, that's where I
Love
have
it.
this ugly dialect.
Stop that. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. All right, we continue to push here. Little lower. Edvin was originally a
Order filled.
dorm room trader. Now he is trading with Top Step, perhaps a rising star. But right now we got, all right, Edvin right here, 23,577. Right up against overnight VWAP. Jay had his eye on that. And ES selling off down about 7 points from the high, 64.88. The ES. Nothing on the tilt right now. Bottom of the hour in about 6 minutes or so. We are seeing some movement here. And trade with Top Step. Maybe look for those 550s, Jay. About 25 points to go to get there.
Yep. So you can see on my chart here, we're bouncing right off the low of that candle, right? That's
Uh,
where we had that tag of view up before. So this is why I couldn't take that trade 10 points above this level because I'd have to be getting out right now, or at least thinking position management. But if we can get this candle to close below this low, then at least gives me a spot to limit risk because then I'll go risk above the high here, 87. But this is exactly why I couldn't take that short.
good read. Didn't chase. I like it. All right, might be putting in a little bit of a base here, but and gold continue to grind higher here. New highs in gold, 34.40, 90 cents. Right now, Nasdaq looking a little heavy here. See if it wants to push through these overnight VWAP at 23,575. New highs gold. And then we got our eye on this.
Stop
I was
filled.
looking for it to hold here. If it can hold here, I will maybe go long,
Okay,
but it's a very maybe. I will have the wrist very
absolutely.
tight.
Edwin, what was your trade earlier? I know you said you came in with you're down a little bit. Here we go. We see some selling coming in here.
Yeah,
Were
Yeah.
you looking to
yeah.
long or shorter earlier? Yeah, here we
He must
go.
have hit this. Yep.
I was looking short after seeing this consolidation at 595, and we got this red bar here from 604 down to 86, and I really like those. Uh, what can, when the price moves in a different way, that kind of rejection up there,
Yep.
and I was trying to catch the momentum, and but it didn't play out the way I wanted. So I got
Order filled.
hit with a loss, and that's sometimes you have to just take it,
Only,
and that's how it
only
goes.
down, only down 400 in the XFA. Very, very manageable. You typically trade NQ or MNQ typically.
Uh, Typically
Stop
NQ.
filled.
Okay, very good.
I
Order
have a
filled.
150k account here, so I have a little bit more room.
Sure.
But on a really volatile day, I usually go to the MNQ.
All right, more sound coming in here. More
That's what I
sound
like.
coming in here. 6484 just sprinted in
550s.
the ES. Coach Jay. We got NASDAQ selling off as well. Spot him out at 23,558.
Yep. So that
Yeah, and
was
it,
that trade. If I was short here, I'd be thinking, either if I'm not getting out, I'm definitely trailing here. I
Mhm.
wouldn't want to be
Stop
in this trade
filled.
back above 565s, and then we'll watch this reaction. So volume did pick up on that move to the downside,
I was going to
uh,
ask you.
but this little spike here could see a reversal, especially because it happened right at that monthly view up. So if I'm short, I don't see a reason to just take the
Order
trade off,
filled.
but definitely position management here.
Right.
If this volume just continues, because we can see it building here, if this continues, then I know Dakota was talking about 490s low of the day.
Right.
Uh, we'll see. This monthly view up gets taken out here. I think that's the next target.
Yep.
yeah.
Seeing that
And this is what I was scared of before, and that's why I didn't take the trade,
like that.
because we got this big or good momentum to the downside.
Yep.
Good no
Good
trade
trade.
there.
Absolutely. He was talking about his price, talking about that level around 23,565.
Order
So,
Stop filled.
I want
Order
to see how
filled.
we get there. And I was just going to ask Jay, there is volume behind this, the selling move to the downside in the NASDAQ and ES.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. This last 3 minute candle was two times the average.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. Here we go.
but let's see if we get some continuation here.
Hell of a read, Jay. Hell of a read, which I'm not chasing.
Yeah,
All right, here's your 23,551. We bottomed out at 545. Again, the volume is picking up to the downside. You said twice the last two bars is twice as much as
yeah, that last 3 minute candle was twice the average, and we're seeing continuation here, right? Well, a lot of times what happens is we'll get that twice the average, and then that'll be, there's buyers and sellers in every candle, and that'll be the reversal. So
right.
right now, what I'm watching is as if I'm short here, my stop now is above 565, and then I'm just
Yep.
trailing,
Order
right?
filled.
As long as these candles don't
Order filled.
break a previous high, I don't really see a reason to get out of this trade because we can see that flow has been building uh,
Yeah.
Order
since the
filled.
highs.
Dodge Halls in the chat. Celebrate those times you justified not trading and we're right. 100%. Seeing that right now. This no trade from Edvin from Sweden joining us right now. A little bit of a bounce here in the NASDAQ. Will the selling run out? Will they get exhausted? Will the sellers get exhausted or will the buyers absorb it? Same if you ask me. A little bit of bounce here in the ES as well. About 3 points back up to 64.86, essentially overnight VWAP is. You're testing VWAP. Okay. Edvin, we're seeing this, seeing a little bit of bounce. Is this just some short covering? How do you read this right now, Edvin, what we're seeing? We're seeing some movement right now. We're seeing the prices are looking to the downside, but where do we go from here,
It's
Edvin?
it's hard to read. It's really hard to read. Maybe it has something to do with Nvidia. Maybe not, because as we have said earlier, it is Nvidia day, and it has a lot of potential to rock up the market today. So maybe I don't. It's hard to know.
Tell you where to find
Yeah,
out.
we did
Tune in at the
did see some
buzzer.
selling in Nvidia there, trading 181.34 right now. Down a quarter of a percent for the day, so not a
Order
huge move,
filled.
but a little bit of selling there, and we know it, right? As Nvidia goes, the market's going to go. But here we go. There's that bounce right off that monthly VWAP, that 550 area. Really
Man,
no continuation below that. So 565, that would have been the out on that stop. Now, for me, the read is what happens at the high of this candle, 580s. If we reject at 580s, then I think the range trade is 580 back down to 550. But for right now, kind of right in the middle, no trade here.
locked in.
Order
Okay,
filled.
bring it. Gold, not done. New highs gold. Up and to the right, 34.42. Gold is up. Gold's up about 20 bucks. 20 bucks since the New York bell rang. You can just go up and to the right. Definitely trending higher here. 50-50 on the tilt. Edvin, you said you also trade a little bit of gold as well.
Yeah, I try to trade it. It's very different to Nasdaq. Nasdaq, of course.
How so? Tell me.
Uh,
Order
it,
filled.
it's not as
Order
how can
filled.
you? It's
Say
not
it.
as fast.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
Order
I
filled.
didn't say it, but I said fast.
This one-
Yeah.
I like that. Not as volatile. We'll say
Um,
that. Not as volatile.
yeah, you can also say that.
Yes,
But
I
I like
can.
it. But it has different patterns as every other market. Uh, so you have to adjust and adapt, and yeah, trying to do that.
Indeed. A little bit of bounce here. Buyers are
Edwin,
step.
you're in Sweden, right? Do you only trade the New
Yeah,
York session, or do you trade like slow markets time as well?
I trade a slow
Stop
markets
filled.
time
Stop
as well,
filled.
but
Stop filled.
it's more like the London time. At
Okay, got you.
it's the morning. I'm like 1 hour ahead of the London time, so it's
Makes
morning
sense.
for me as well. But it can get it can be very long days sometimes if I both trade the London time and the New York Open. Um, so a lot of hours in front of the computer.
Order
See
filled.
how many hours you put in. How many hours of screen time typically for Edvin C on a typical trading day?
Ooh, too many, I think.
Enough said. We'll leave it
On
at
a
that.
Wednesday, yeah, but on a Wednesday I don't. I also play soccer, so I train a lot. Uh,
Really?
and on Wednesday is the rest day.
Yes.
So on Wednesday there is, yeah, I would say maybe 5 to 8 hours. So it isn't too bad, but yeah, it's a lot.
Is Zlatan your hero? Ibrahimovic.
Yeah, of course, we love Zlatan
Guy.
here.
Absolutely. I
Uh,
love Zlatan as well. Absolute boss for the Swedish national team. All right. We got gold continuing to move up and to the right. 34.42. ES and NASDAQ have kind of found
Stop
a happy
filled.
medium for now.
Stop
That being
filled.
said, let's take a little.
Stop
Let's
filled.
go to class. Let's take a
Order
little history
filled.
lesson here. What happened on this day, JD? August 27th. What happened? Oh, look at that.
Oh, we got a good one today, guys. On this day, 27 years ago, 27th is the golden anniversary. August 27th, 1998, 27 years ago, the Russian ruble went into free fall as part of the 1998 Russian financial crisis. Trading that day, the ruble was trading at nearly 9.5 rubles to the US dollar, and the central bank ended up suspending currency trading that day for a couple consecutive days after this also. This was just a few days after the government's August 17th decision to devalue the ruble, default on domestic debt, and impose a 90-day moratorium on foreign debt payments, shaking global financial markets. It was also reported that George Soros's quantum fund lost nearly $2 billion on this trading day. I found this image from an old Business Insider article. This is a Russian dealer, a Russian trader at the Moscow Interbank Currency Exchange, now defunct, talking on what looks like an ancient Russian potato, as Jack might have said. But 27 years ago, the Russian ruble went into free fall on this day, 1998. How about that?
Yeah, thank you. That's a good one. Look at that. Russian potato.
All right, I'm trying a
Okay.
little short here.
Gold's still
Short
going here.
one, short the Nasdaq here from 565 ish. May have preempted this trade a little bit. Should have probably waited for
Gold cooking.
580s. Yeah, it is.
Good.
Wow. Wow. What is going on there?
What are you short from there, Jay?
5
5.65.
565. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Stops above
Gold.
settlement. Yeah. What is
Gold
going on here?
just popped another $4 here, making new highs, 34.45. Could have been some stops. Keep grinding and grinding and grinding, and finally just took the top off there. You haven't seen these prices in a while. You saw Hogue in opening call and fast markets talking about more room to the upside. Lo and behold, we are pushing this thing higher. Edvin, when you see gold doing this, do you look for correlations between gold and the equities or equities and gold? Because right now gold is moving, continue to move. Do you use those correlations at all, or just keep that
Mm,
keep an eye on that on the corner of
I
your eye?
I try
Order
to not,
filled.
because sometimes gold, if the Nasdaq is rallying, sometimes gold is also rallying,
This is
and
true.
sometimes it's the other way. So
Mhm.
for me, it's hard to know when it's correlated or not. So I usually don't pay attention to that.
Answer. Good answer. I like it. Coach J is short.
This thing is just
Um,
moving right now. Gold.
yes, it
Watching these
is.
3450s here. Just a whole number level. There is some size up there on gold. Just watching the market's reaction
Cool.
to that because this is a lot of volume coming into this as well. Similar to what we just saw in the Nasdaq, right, where we see this big push of volume and then
Oh,
it's unsustainable, so it turns around a little bit. So I'm watching gold here, especially as we get up to this whole number level, 3450.
3450 indeed. Okay, talking about correlations, got a cool little matrix here. I'll throw it in the chat. Let's see where correlations may or may not be occurring.
Stop filled.
I was checking this out. Take a look at this. You can find some between market to
Order
market, product to
filled.
product. Do that in the
Stop
chat there.
filled.
Always got an eye on that. Let's take a look at gold while you guys keep an eye on this trade. Edvin, and okay, are we holding?
Order
We're holding these
filled.
564s.
Order filled.
563s
Order
for
filled.
now.
Order filled.
So far, no trade. Jay is short. Get with momentum.
Yeah,
I've
no
noticed that.
trade, just being patient.
Stop
I'm
filled.
down on the day, so
Order
filled.
rejected.
I don't really want to lose more, but if there is a opportunity, I will take it. So we will see.
Like that. There currently is no real correlation between equities and gold right now, according to the matrix. Check that out.
Stop filled. Stop
Okay, here we
filled.
go. We're moving to the downside. Okay, we are accelerating. There's volume behind this thing. Jay, what's your downside target on this thing? Short 1 and 2, 23,565.
Let's see what happens at 500 and then low a day. I mean, be reasonable about this.
Order
530.
filled.
I'm gonna manage the position at 530 because that was the candle that made the low of day. The high of the candle that made the low of day is right at 530. So I just want to see how the market responds there. But
Stop
if we
filled.
tag that and bounce, it doesn't need to be a loser at this point.
Joe
Order
B in the
filled.
Chat. I think there's a Fed speaker coming up. Indeed, 11:45. About 8 minutes. We got barking. Gonna be hitting the wires. See what that's all about. Then top of the hour, we got a 5-year auction. You know, markets are pushing the downside. Look at that.
Bounced again off of that 550, 545-ish area, that monthly VWAP. So sellers are trying, but they need to gain some traction under there. And if they don't, then we bounce. But let's see here.
For no trade. I like that. Leave the longs. Nice trade, 23,554. Take a look at the ladder here. Pretty thin the upside downside in the NASDAQ. ES about 100 on the bid, 100 on the ask. I've been C in the house joining us from Sweden. This is trade with Top Step. So today's Wednesday. You have soccer practice after this?
No, not today. We
Oh, day off.
train Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday.
Gotcha.
So day off today.
Very good. And then it's trading and soccer and trading. I got a headline here from Besant. There are 11 strong Fed chair candidates after Labor Day. We'll start interviews. Present a short list to Trump. Yes, this is turning into The Apprentice on the global stage. On the global stage. Absolutely incredible.
The Apprentice, House of Cards, all mixed in one.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Housewives, maybe.
Let's see. There's a question for me in the chat here. You know, I said the Nasdaq held that monthly VWAP. Why take a short? It really depends on the expectations you have from the trade, right? If I'm looking for this to sell off 300 points, maybe not. But I could have taken that trade off right at that monthly VWAP for about 15 points here. We'll see how this one plays out. We did just tag that, so it could be the spot where I should be buying, either buying to close this or
Stop
getting
filled.
long. I don't know if I really love the long off that level though. So
Gold not done. What's volume telling you though, Jay? In terms of
uh, since we started the session,
Stop
volume is
filled.
picking up to the downside, right? All of the
go.
volume that we had earlier in the day was pretty thin, and we got extended from the New York session VWAP up here, right? So this red line on my chart is New York session VWAP. This extension up here obviously would have been the greatest trade location. Right now, it's kind of flattening out a little bit. So uh, it would take a lot for buyers to step back in here and push this back up to the highs of the day. We'll see what that means for this trade, but like it for now. Maybe I should have just took it off at that monthly VWAP though. We'll see.
What's up? Gold is not done. Gold is on the
No, it's
move
not.
since we came out with trade with Topside with Edvin C. Gold is up about $10. $10 this session. Gold is on the move. I'm guessing the dollar is getting weaker. Got Nvidia earnings after the bell at the buzzer. Let's get caught up. We were talking about the news. Let's get caught up on some news because it feels like this is going to be more news coming on in. We just saw some headlines. JD, come on in. What do we got here for the news? A little recap.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Nvidia earnings and a little insight into the U.S. China trade war. So, as we all know, Nvidia, the U.S. chip maker, is about to provide the latest look at how its business has been affected by the shifting landscape of tariff policies, trade policies, I should say. The company is seen as the bellwether for the larger AI ecosystem, and on later today, it's set to report earnings for the quarter that ended in July. Nvidia warned in May that it expected to take an $8 billion hit to revenue due to export controls on shipments to China. According to financial data from FactSet, Wall Street analysts expect Nvidia to report an approximately 50% increase in revenue and net income compared to a year ago. Year over year, 50% increase in revenues and net income. While it would be positive news, the result would still mark a slowdown from 122% year over year revenue growth and even stronger year over year profit growth. Those results for Nvidia could fuel concerns about a possible
Order
correction
filled.
in the market. So we are all looking forward to see what these numbers are coming out at the end of the trading day after the bell later this afternoon. Don't forget, Nvidia Watch Party right here on Top Step TV. Let's go.
Yep. 50%. 50% year over year. Insane.
This short may be cooked here. That might have been the opportunity to get out there off that monthly VWAP. We'll see. My risk is up at 590, but
I like it.
that might have been a little double bottom there.
Could be.
Evan, did you take that long? I know you were looking for 565-ish here.
No, I didn't take it. I saw that wick momentum down, and it scared me a little. I'm just trying to stay patient. So no, I didn't take it.
Good call.
But it would have been a great trade if I would. But it's easy to think that after.
Yes, it can be. Let's see, could be a little short covering. We did see a lot of market orders hitting the bids in the ES. We saw that a few times so far this morning here in the United States. The New York session, we'll call it. Sellers definitely looking to make a statement. Let's put it that way. Crude might be moving a little higher here, $64 even. Barkin, see if Barkin has anything to say in the next minute or so. Or 88. All right.
What are you seeing here in gold, Dre? Is that a bull flag on the?
It is.
Let's look at it.
Yeah.
5 minute.
Yeah. Gold's tricky. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I can't fully read gold, how it trades in terms of time of sales and what was I gonna say? Order flow. It's much different.
Much different. Yeah.
It's much different than the equities. I'm not gonna lie. It took me 18 months. I was a fixed income trader, short term interest rate trader, euro dollars. And when I switched over to equities, it's completely different. Vertical market's supposed to horizontal. Supply and demand's ever so slightly different. And yeah, it took me solid 18 months to fully understand and get the personality of ES. NASDAQ, it's its own animal, its own beast over there. But right now, hey, we're
Yes,
short.
it is.
We're short. We might see if this thing can continue to push lower here. Still short from
Edvin, how about
2%.
you? When do you choose to trade either gold or the Nasdaq? What makes you make that decision?
Good question.
Um, Usually I look on the gold when it's quiet on Nasdaq, and that's it gets really quiet on Nasdaq around lunchtime for me, and
Okay.
gold starts to move a little bit better then. So around that time at 12:01 p.m. My time, and that's like in the middle of the night for you.
Speaking of
Okay.
lunchtime, and are you familiar? What's a sandwich cake? I've been told to ask you what a sandwich cake is.
Sandwich cake.
Sandwich cake.
Yes.
What's a sandwich cake? What is it? Is it good? You like them? Do you enjoy them?
Yeah, it's good. You can get different types of it with ham, and it's like it's hard to it's hard to describe, but it's like
Stop field.
it's not a dessert.
We got a
It's a meal.
picture back there. We'll
Yes.
see if we can. It's a meal indeed. Let's see if we can. We got a picture
Yeah.
back there. Let's see if we can bring that in. So yes, when's the last time Edvin has enjoyed a sandwich cake?
Probably like on a party or some kind of celebration. Um, Usually when the students graduate here in Sweden, we serve a sandwich cake. It's really popular. Also, and sometimes there can be sandwich cake on the midsummer celebrations. So it's like a kind of a celebratory, yeah, thing to eat.
You know, asked and answered. There it is. There it
There
is.
we
That what it
go.
looks like, Edvin? What's that? Which kind is that? That looks delicious.
That
Little, was that
that
radishes on top there?
looks
Order filled.
it looks like the thing with ham. You can also have with salmon or shrimp, but this looks like the ham version.
There you go.
Did you
Can't
say
wait to
it's a
see.
dessert?
No,
Jay.
it's not a dessert.
Okay.
It's the opposite.
Uh,
Okay. Got you.
savory, not sweet.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. All right.
Jay was confused. Did you say it was a dessert?
Like
What is-
ham, dessert. Hey,
Yeah.
never been to
Uh,
Sweden, but
yes.
I have to visit.
Coolest hockey
Yeah,
jerseys in the
it's
game.
really nice.
Coolest hockey jerseys. National hockey jersey is very, very cool. Always been a big fan of that. Yellow with the three blue crowns. All right, we're kind of pushing here to the upside. What was that sell off?
Yeah, I'm out of here.
5005.89. Yep. No trade. No trade. You ever get FOMO, Evan? Fear of missing out on trades?
Sometimes, but I'm trying to, as every trader, sometimes get it. But the important thing is to not act on it.
It's true.
But yeah, of course, I get it. Um, but yeah, it's hard
Evan,
to.
you're young, Evan.
I'll go. You can go.
You're 22. How long have you been trading for? What got you into trading? Fascinated by the young guns. Young guns are coming for us. What got you into
Yeah,
trading? Oh,
I was always when I was younger. I was interested in
you are younger still.
economy, and you know when you're really young, want you want to make a lot of money. It's like I think everyone has a dream of making a
Sure.
lot of money, and that's what I think that's what got me into it. So when I was 18, I started a brokerage account and traded like penny stocks and
Huh.
just fooling around and didn't know what I was doing,
Sure.
and lost like everything probably. I don't remember.
No,
Um,
it's not an uncommon. It's not an uncommon story. Thanks for
no,
jumping on
but
stage.
I learned a lot of it. I learned the hard way, as probably many of us do.
It's the only
Um,
way. That's how we
yeah,
learn.
and at the end, I found futures around 2 years ago, and I've never looked back. That's
Damn
the
right.
short version.
Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. Click subscribe if you'd be so kind. Gold is not done. 34.50. Just putting some new highs in there. NASDAQ 23,594. We still in this thing, Jay?
Everything's
Hold it.
rallying.
Yeah,
Oh no,
it
no,
is.
no,
See
I'm
that?
out. I'm out. I'm out.
Okay.
I got short, got out 585 on the loss there. We got some
Uh,
size here at the on the Nasdaq on the books 600. This is where I was originally looking to get short on this trade.
you
That would have
bet.
played out, and that one played decently. But
Yes, we
what is
did.
this? 128 lots right at 600 here in the
Oh,
Nasdaq.
nice catch. Nice catch. Also, yes, nice catch indeed. Closing it. Look at this turnaround. Edvin, I asked you, do you watch gold for a correlation with the equities? You said hell no, and that's exactly playing out to exactly how you said it there. Because gold is pushing higher and equities turned around as well. Nice catch there, Jay. Upside 23,600 offered 133 times. What a turnaround! Wow. How you were short from 65? What could you have gotten out, like ideally, Jay, on that trade?
Uh, I mean, if I just got out right at that monthly VWAP, right, it would have been a
Yeah.
25 point trade.
Okay.
Uh, P&L low on that. Was looking for some continuation, but just no continuation there.
Yep. More Coach
We
Jay
We'll
coming
see what
at
happens
you.
next.
Yeah, later today. Barkin Stones, nothing from Barkin. More Coach Jay coming at you in a power. No, yeah, power hour. Of course, power hour. Mandy and Dolby. We got shoulder tap coming up after this, but markets are continuing to push here. This was tricky. This was a tricky little set. That was filled on the upside, by the way. This is tricky,
Yep.
Edvin.
Yeah, it's tricky. But as I said in the beginning, I was looking for a long around this in this area. I was too patient, didn't take the chance, and now it left me behind. But it's okay. That's the price you have to pay for being patient, and sometimes that's better than being in a trade.
Absolutely. Man, Coach Jay, we saw that volume to the downside. It was kept the sellers
It
kept
was
that
picking up.
volume. It was, and then just they slammed on the brakes, and
Yeah,
that is
it's a
why
sign.
trading's hard. That's why trading's hard. That's why trading's hard. That's
That's
what
what
makes
makes it
this
so
thing
hard.
so damn hard, man. Follow the volume,
Yep.
right? Follow volume. Follow volume. Well, we were following volume, and then
Why'd you
volume turned
guys
around.
Why'd you guys stop? Like Coach Paul says, you're right. We found the last seller down there, and the market turns around. Right now, we need to find the last buyer. Let's see where they might be. But really nice, excuse me, really nice rally off that 550 area. Probably should have paid more attention to no follow through below 550s. Right. Really no selling at that level.
Yeah.
My
Mr.
friend Mr.
Dev,
Dev in the chat says
not
volume
a
is
signal.
not a
It
signal.
is not a signal, but that's what moves price. I mean, that's it. Volume moves price. I mean, yeah. And that is in all
Mr.
caps.
Mr. Dev
Good.
is a consistent viewer of At the Buzzer. So
Oh,
good to see
sweet.
you here, Mr. Dev.
Mr. Dev,
Yeah.
let's see you for NVIDIA earnings. Coach Jay's letting us crash. All right. Edvin, would you like to, is anyone watching, anyone in your fan club watching right now that you'd love to give shout outs to? And they're in Sweden. Who's watching that you'd like to say hello to, Edvin?
Ooh, I'm not sure. I think my dad is watching. I'm not sure, or he's at work. I'm not really sure.
Hello, Dad.
And my friend Anton is also probably watching. So shout out to them.
Hello. Hello, really quick. We got about a minute left. What's your dad think about you trading futures?
Oh, he likes it.
Really?
He probably
Respect.
doesn't understand it, but yeah, if I just keep showing the proof of the payouts, and yeah, he approves it, so it's okay.
Jay, I like that answer. Some money talks. Jay, what'd your family friends think about when you got into trading?
Uh,
Skepticism?
yeah, skepticism for sure. But speaking of dads watching, my dad just called me actually. He watches all the time. So shout out to dads watching the show. Yeah, my skepticism for sure. Probably more so from my mom than my dad. My dad is just like, yeah, you want to do it? Do it. Try it. See what happens. My, my mom's a little different, but yeah, skepticism for sure initially.
Mhm. Mom's just being a good mom. Edmund C. Join us from Sweden right now. 30 seconds left here. Trio Tops. Again, we got the shoulder tap is back, making a triumphant return, but we are closing back in on the high of day in the ES. Turning around, we are 2 points away for 64.93. Still waiting for Barkin to speak. We got a 5-year auction. We still have NVIDIA earnings after the bell. Coach Jay, I'll see you on later today. Edmund C., thank you so much for joining us from Sweden, 22 years old. Young guns are coming for us. That being said,
Stop
shoulder tap
field.
coming next. Top Step TV. Let's go.
And an even quarter bid, half bid, the orders bid, even bid. Now I'm a seller, quarter, half, the orders, and even.
Hello, everybody out there. Welcome to Shoulder Tap. We're back this week. Me and risk manager Ben. Ben, how you doing today?
Doing well, Jack. I feel well rested and yeah, just full of life, ready to go in trading. And the overall sentiment, overall trading today has been relatively muted. We've got a couple of traders who are up nicely, quite a few traders who are red. So um, yeah, just kind of an average day. Honestly, I think it's a good reflection of the lack of volume. The markets equities haven't been moving a ton, particularly today. Volume's been a little bit lighter this week, so yeah, just kind of an average day for the live traders. We do have a couple people up, like I said. We do have Nicholas up about $12,000, Timothy up 9 grand, Samuel up 9 grand, and um, not much in the way of large P&Ls outside of those individuals. So yeah, just a normal day, and you never know when something's going to pick up the volatility or a trade opportunity is going to show its face. But been pretty quiet for the most part this morning.
Yeah, I've been looking at the ES, just a quick market update. In the last hour, we dipped down back to settlement, bounced right off of it. Look to try and take out. We still haven't traded the 496 that I've been looking at, which would be the high from Powell Friday. Went up and checked it and selling off a little bit again. We will jump in there if anything happens. We also had a 5-year auction just came out. Didn't seem to move things too much. With that, Ben, who are we focused on today?
So the trading card we have today is for Ashley M. Ashley's trading with us from Kansas City, Missouri, which is a fantastic city. If you've never been, definitely visit. Um, Trading with us from Kansas City and in a 150K live account. She's been in this account for 28 days. And there's things that I love and there's things that I hate about this trading card, Jack. One of
I
the things
got
I
to the
really
far
like is
right column. I got to the far. I was like, this looks pretty good. I got to the far right column in this trade report, and I was like, okay, all right, let's do
little
it.
little shocking to the system there. Yeah, lots to break down. First and foremost, kudos where it's deserved. Ashley is trading small size relative to, I should say, taking smaller trades relative to the account size. So the average losing day is a fraction of the daily loss limit out of the box for that 150K account. You come out with a $3,000 daily loss limit. Average losing day is 1,000. So that's a good thing. Bad part is the average winning day is only $265. So you'll see one of those bullet points there that we're not, it's a pretty basic math equation. You are not making enough money or winning often enough to complement the other side of that equation, right? So
Mm-hmm.
64% winning trade percentage at, a zero point 0.3 to zero point 0.4 to 1 reward over risk. You're just not going to survive long term with those kinds of numbers. And 28 days is a good amount of data to look at. So there's something there that I think can get corrected. Back to the good stuff that Ashley's doing. I like that generally the trade volume is pretty normal. Somewhere between 1 to 5 total trades on the day. Then we've got 2 days where there were 19 trades taken. So I think um, Ashley is subject to something that hurts a lot of our traders, which is those big losing days. There's emotionally, psychologically, some people are predisposed to taking that small profit, taking it over and over again, and being able to show up and do that on a pretty regular basis, right? Ashley's doing that to the tune of 65% daily. But then you have the blow up days or blow up trades that really set you back. So you might take 4 steps forward and then you take 6 steps backwards. And I think that that's what's happening here. There are over 50% of the losses in this account, Jack, are attributable to 2 trading days. So it's really been like 2 kind of blow up days and then pretty steady profitability outside of that. So working on whether self-enforcing using the um, personal daily loss limit and instituting, just a hard $1,000 you're not willing to lose in any given day. Because the two times where it snowballed beyond $1,000, we went way bigger, right? We lost
Mm-hmm.
2,200, a little over 3 grand in the other case. So mitigating those big blow up days, I think would almost turn this account profitable if we were just to strip out those 2 days. So understanding that about yourself and pulling that out of your process, I think, is critical for Ashley to get back on track and have some success long term. But to your point, Jack, the other component to this is actually scalping. Scalping on a pretty short time frame, the average hold times being 22 seconds for winners and 56 seconds for losers. So,
If I may.
generally speaking, I'm not a big fan of that. Without a lot of data and a very strong discipline to commit to what you know is a scalping strategy with edge. But yeah, I'll let you take the reins on that one, Jack. What did you? I saw your reaction. What did you think when you saw the hold times there?
Okay, credit where credit's due. I like that she's mostly taking 1 or 2 trades a day. She's generally, pretty good with the stop loss. She's taken $82,000 in payouts, it looks like. That's very good. Very, very good stuff. The right column. So in the trade report I'm looking at, the right column is the average win loss duration hold. And because we put the average on these cards, that 22 seconds and 58 seconds is sort of a mischaracterization of how short she is holding on to those trades. It's influenced by a couple trades that went for like a lifetime, i.e., 7 or 8 minutes. When I look at this card, I see more and more far under 30 seconds. I see a lot of trades that are winners or losers in usually 4 seconds or 5 seconds. Mind you, the only product she's trading is the E-mini NASDAQ. And what I'm seeing with a lot of these days, it's like, I think what she's doing is using 2 contracts with something like 6-point stop. Listen, far be it from
Order
me to
filled.
tell anyone what would work or not, but I think you're really, what would be enlightening to me on this card is if I could see what I can't see. I see she makes like 1 trade a day, usually maybe 2, is when these trades are happening. Are they all at the same time? Or, is she waiting all day for this perfect setup with a 6-point stop in the NQ? Or is she just sitting down for 20 minutes and being like, here it is, I'm in or I'm out? I don't know. When your hold times are 3 or 4 seconds with a large degree of frequency, I don't think you can. I don't think you can make that work. I think you're playing too much in algo land without the right tools in the toolbox. What do you think, Ben?
I think that's pretty. Yeah, I think that's a pretty fair assessment. I mean, in a vacuum, there's nothing wrong with trading on smaller time frames, right? Like if you have your entry and exit criteria down, your sizing dialed in, and I would say some real data to show that there's going to be success in doing that. Um, like you said, far be it from me, different strokes, and there's a lot of different ways to make money in financial markets. So scalping is very much a real strategy, but I think far too often there's, to me, it strikes me as kind of almost nervous trading. Those just very quickly you get in a position, it moves, in your favor and you take it quick, or it hits your stop. But either way, that's happening in short order. Okay, fine. But with this kind of, we've got 28 days to review now. Um, there really should be some amount of, positive expectancy shown, or we need to go back to the drawing board and tweak this in one form or another. So maybe that's trading a different time of day. There's a little bit of variability there on the time of day that Ashley's taking these trades, but also all of the other variables. Are you waiting for confirmation before you're entering? Are you, how exactly being very specific about entry and exit criteria could also sharpen this up a little bit. And ultimately mitigating those big blow up days. If you
Hmm.
mitigate those large blow up days, and then I would like to see actually switching to micros,
Micros, I
maybe
think would,
scaling
yeah.
opportunity to
Ben's freezing up a little bit there. Maybe he'll pop back in. I'll just finish the thought that I was on while Ben gets back to join us. Is that we have Mandy on here, the Salt Lake City sniper, and that's more what I consider scalping in a point and click fashion like we use. She's still in those trades usually for a minute, maybe 45 seconds. Um, I think 3 or 4 second trades, if you're doing that consistently, I just don't know how that works out. Um, there are That's the oldest algo trade in the book, and they're all doing it all the time. It just seems incredibly easy to get wicked out. But not to take away, still has a decent balance in this account. Would love to see a hold just widen out a little bit. The time will take care of itself. I'm not saying don't scalp, but 82 grand is 82 grand. So great job to Ashley. Unfortunately, it seems risk manager Ben has been thrown into the phantom zone. So we're going to take a quick break right now. Stick around because when we get back for the rest of this lunchbox trading, we will have JD Hoop and Andrew B are going to be in the house. See him in the green room. We'll be back in a few seconds. This is Top Step TV. Let's go.
Order filled.
Good afternoon, friends and traders. Welcome back to Top Step TV. The shoulder tap is done, which means it's time for lunchbox trading. Take a minute, go grab yourself a ham sandwich if you haven't already. Tall glass of milk, cold glass of beer, whatever it is that you need for lunch. We were just talking about cattle in the back, actually. Oop, what's going on the cattle market right now?
So I heard Hogue all morning. I've got my chart up there. I pinned a VWAP to the open, and we just went vertical again. We're at all-time highs. I had some measured moves around 239 and a half and 240, and we blew through those. And obviously found a point of resistance, and now we've broken almost $4 off the high. So that's $1,600 on a one lot.
Cattle market is moving. We'll see what that does to our lunch prices in the near future. By the way, my apologies. We got Andrew B is back. Andrew was a member of Coach Hoop's Pit Raiders, Top Step VIP Season 2. Andrew is actually still trading in his VIP or in his XFA that he earned from Season 2 of VIP. Andrew, good afternoon. Welcome back to Top Step TV. How are you doing today, sir? What's going on?
Hey, it's great to be back. Doing well. Just keeping an eye on the markets, just like you guys are. Missed a couple of trades. Chose not to chase the trades. And we're just kind of waiting back and watching this range play out a little bit here.
Yep. What market are you looking at? ES, NQ? What's your flavor?
I'm in MNQ right now, and it's Coach and I talked about before. I take a pick at gold as well.
Yep.
It's I like both of them. I don't know. Sometimes it's kind of hard to shake, the one that brung you, right? So, NQ was what I was trading that got me past the VIP. So, I don't know. It's a blessing and a curse, man, all in one, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's one of Hoag's favorite lines too. We haven't heard it in a while. Dance with the one you brung, right?
Stop filled.
It's a good rule to live by. You shouldn't change up too much moving from the trading combine into the funded level account. The more you change it up, I mean,
yeah,
there's always the mindset shift going from a trading combine to have an actual skin in the game and be